we are going to DesignerCon. This video will recap the first time experience and some hot takes at the end. Let's check it out.
My name is Brooks. I run a brand called Nowherland, and this is episode 13 of Going Nowhere.
It's about 3:30 in the morning. We're on our way to California. Every time I pass another car at this time, I always wonder, what are they doing? We made it to Utah. We're about 4.5 hours in of our first 11-hour journey. I was gonna stop and get out at the sign, but there was some other people there, so I got nervous and I just left.
We made it to world famous Thomas Springs, Utah. I think it's called Thomas Springs. I already forget. I think that's what the sign said. Just kidding, it's not world famous, but this is our first official stop on our way to Las Vegas and then ultimately Anaheim. I think we're about 5-ish hours in, 5.5, just past the Utah border. Look at those rocks. Get this candy bar. I've said it 1,000 times. This is the best candy bar in the game. And then we also got some seeds so I don't fall asleep and die. I've been driving for about 10 hours. By the time we make it to Vegas, it'll be 11.5. So I think it's a good place to stop for the night because that's where my brother lives. So I'm gonna crash there for the night. We'll pick back up driving in the morning.
Down at Del Taco, so good
Burger
luck,
6.
guys. Burger 6.
Let's pause here for a second. This is my brother Josh. He has a YouTube channel called Beard Meets Flavor, where he makes food that's approachable and easy for the at-home cook. We filmed a video while I was out there where we tried and rated 6 popular fast food burgers. Check out the channel and you can see who won. Now let's get to Anaheim.
Okay, we made it to Anaheim. We're in the convention center at DesignerCon, and it is crazy in here. Look at all that. I'm trying to find my booth. I think I'm almost there. I've already seen so many artists setting up. This is wild. Look at all this stuff. This is just one piece of it. I'll catch you back here when I start setting up.
After I finished setting up the booth, I met up with a friend from Colorado, Jimmy Bryant of Atomic Child, and we had to head over to downtown Disney. The Anaheim Convention Center is right across the street from Disneyland, and we did look into getting tickets, but it was unfortunately sold out. So going to downtown Disney was the next best thing. We grabbed some food, we rocked around, and we caught a surprise fireworks show. We hung out and relaxed before the official day 1, which starts tomorrow.
All right, it's day 1. We're on our way to finish setting up, see if we can meet some more people, and see how the VIP night goes. 5 to 9. official day one of DesignerCon, even though I've been here for 2 days already. See you guys in there.
The montage for day 2 and 3 play, I wanted to give you my first impression of DesignerCon. I'm back home now, so I've had a couple days to really sit and think about it. Let's start with the good stuff. The inspiration that you can get from an event like this, just walking in the door, you are hit with an overwhelming amount of art, creativity, that alone is a reason to attend for sure. If you have the ability to come to something like this, to just see it in person, it is incredible. Another awesome thing was the amount of people that you could meet here if you really put in some effort. So every day I came to the show a couple hours early, thinking that I'd have some time to chop it up with other vendors when there wasn't the pressure of the actual event going on. Which leads me to a little bit of a hot take. There was a lot of vendors there that had almost this like cool guy persona where they showed up like 5 minutes before the show started and they just seemed to put in like minimal effort. They just seemed like they didn't want to be there, like they were forced. But there was definitely a handful of people that were down to hang and talk. I want to shout out a couple of them. I'm sure I'm going to miss some people. Cam of Canvas Design Company. Of course, my buddy Jimmy of Atomic Child. Anderson Blue was rad. The whole crew at Lincoln Design Company. Mariana with Landon World. I had a chance to talk with Jared Maruyama, Robert with DangerBot, Alex of the Poser Company, Sheely Design Co. I met a new company and designer, Christy with XP Gain. I even met a couple people that were just attendees, Jen with the Circle of Trust, and then Daniel, who had spoken to me through Instagram, and we met and chatted for a while at the event. Here he is shouting out his Instagram.
Okay, Daniel.designs with a Z.
Okay.
Check it out. Really appreciate it. Love your work.
Mark Bricky of Adventures in Design. The price of the event from a vendor perspective was pretty steep though. It's $1,200 for the booth. So if you're local and selling consumer products, I think you do a pretty decent job of making your money back and then some. Because I'm from Colorado, when you add in travel expenses, all that stuff adds up and really cuts into any potential of profit. I don't think that this event is for independent artists to make a ton of money. There's a lot of potential with networking, and you never know who might be in the room or who you might meet. There may be a project that comes from this down the line, but you'll never know unless you're in the room. I'll say at the end of this event, I pretty much broke even. It cost me about $2,000 to be at the event when you factor in travel and the actual booth fee. I did about $4,000 in sales, which sounds great. But when you factor in the cost to be there and then the cost of the products that I'm selling, it just about breaks even, which for my first time there, I think it's great. I'm very happy with that. But I think overall, it's an awesome event to, at the very least, attend. I would say it was mostly good. There was definitely a couple things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but it didn't really have anything to do with the event. It was just some interesting reactions to a couple of the people that I met there, but that's obviously just my personal experience. Hopefully this gave you a little insight into DesignerCon 2022, my first impression, my first time there. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.